So is I've been single for 1 week now. I've been single for 1 week now.
You've been single for a week?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have a baby now, and I need some advice what to do like a single mother first mom, by the
Okay.
way. Like a single mother first mom, by the
Okay.
way.
Um,
And
boy or
I don't
girl?
know. It's a boy.
Okay.
A lovely boy.
Continue. I'm sorry.
Yes. And
Sure.
I'm too new over here. I'm sorry.
It's okay. What caused the breakup?
To be honest with you, my insecurities
About what?
about everything. Listen, this guy, I love him to death. Was the father of my son.
Hmm.
And the thing is that the breakup caused because I guess it's my problem, about my past, and I don't want nobody to hurt me,
Okay, so
you
get
know.
specific. What caused the breakup?
So about his past.
What? You're okay. So when I'm asking what is happening, and you're saying my past, my insecurities, his past, that's not putting anything down that I can use to actually give you
I
some
feel I
advice.
to be honest with you, I feel so insecure because I feel like he's cheating on me or something like that.
Okay.
And I don't know where like sometimes we talk about it and he say that he's not. Sometimes
Hmm.
I believe him, and what I'm telling you is about my insecurities.
So what
What to
was
do?
happening that made you feel insecure?
It's about me. It's all about me. That those 1 week that I realized by myself is because I know it's been myself like 1 week, and I don't know what to do because I really want to go. I want to go back with him.
Hmm.
You know. So
So what are you doing to handle your insecurity then?
I need to heal. That's the thing. That's my point. I need
Well,
to heal my insecurity
how are
for
you
me to
going to
go
do that
back.
though? How are you going to do that?
I really don't know. That's why I need an advice.
Okay, I understand. So what are
Yes.
you insecure about? You said you were afraid he was cheating on you. What made you think he
Right.
was cheating on you?
I, I like every time that I'm in a relationship, sometimes I feel like that.
Hmm.
And I'm the one that I always move on.
When was the first time you got cheated on?
Oh my gosh, it's been like so long because I've been single for 4 years in that time.
Hmm.
And then I found him because I was like trying to heal myself.
Okay, so you were afraid that he was cheating on you.
Yes. But my not him, my other relationship, he cheated on me
Hmm.
with somebody that I knew.
Okay. Was that the
So,
first time you were cheated on?
yes, my first time. And then that stuck me in my mind all the
Okay.
time now.
What did your current boyfriend do that reminded you of the past boyfriend who cheated on you?
I don't know. Every time that I talk to somebody, I feel like that.
Well, what I'm saying is this current boyfriend reminded you of the past boyfriend
But he
somehow.
never did. He never did nothing that sometimes I don't know to believe him or not, but
Well,
in the
okay.
majority of times I believe him.
Well, right there.
That's the
Why
thing.
would why did you not believe him? What did he say? What did he do that made you second guess?
No, because the past relationship that he had, because I don't know why I'm comparing about his past and my past.
Well,
And
we're
I
really
feel
not.
like
I'm
and I feel
asking you.
like and I feel like he been cheated on, and then he feels like sometimes he feels that I'm the one that I'm cheating and I'm not cheating.
Okay, so I
So
wanna
that's my insecurity that while
we've
he
gotta
asked me a questions and
so we have to stay on topic here, okay?
okay.
So he did something that reminded you of your past. What did you of your past? What was that thing?
Not answering my calls.
Okay. And is that when you first started to feel insecure?
Yes.
All right. Did your past boyfriend not insecure?
Yes.
All right. Did your past boyfriend not answer your calls?
No.
Okay, so how does that remind you of him then?
I really don't know. That's what I'm saying. My insecurities. And sometimes I feel like I'm prepared, and then I feel like I'm not prepared for a relationship
Do you
because
know
I've been
what
single for four
insecure means?
years. Yes,
What does
I know
insecure
what is
mean?
insecure. Insecure is when somebody don't feel uh secure about themselves,
Well,
about
define it without
everything.
using the word secure.
Hmm. I'm gonna tell you something. My English is not very well.
Okay. Well, you sound pretty good actually.
I try about my English because I speak more Spanish.
Yeah, I can hear your accent, but your English is
Yeah.
actually very good.
Oh, thank you. I
You're
try
welcome.
my best.
So, are you saying that you don't know what insecure means?
Yeah.
Are you saying that you don't know what insecure means?
Yes, I know how to like explain you in Spanish, but English, I don't know. Like, insecure means like you're not secure who you are. Insecure means like you're not secure who you are. Like
Actually,
who you been with. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing.
actually, that's incorrect.
Okay.
Insecure means you're unsure about something.
Okay.
We have just watered it down to meaning, and we've overdiagnosed to it meaning that you have some trauma attached to it, and that's not necessarily the case.
To be honest with you, I feel like it's in my past too. At the same time, when I was a kid.
Well, normally an insecurity starts when you feel confident about something, something
Mm-hmm.
happens, and it causes you to not feel confident about that thing anymore. It's
Right.
something as simple as
Yes,
that can cause an insecurity.
exactly.
It doesn't have to be linked to some big trauma. It can just be an experience that caused
Mm-hmm.
you to not feel confident anymore. Does that make
Right.
sense?
That makes sense.
Okay,
Yes.
so is insecure still the word that you want to use to describe the feeling that you have? Knowing that definition now.
Mm. Well, let's change that.
Okay, so what do you think it is then? Because you're
I guess
saying that
it's
you were
no.
in
I feel like it's no communication.
no communication
Yes.
between you and your most
Yes.
current ex.
Yes.
Okay, no communication in what way?
In the way that how was your day? Because whenever he comes at home, we don't talk that much because
Hmm.
he always at the thing is about work, job, work, and he's busy. A lot of things going on. So I
Hmm.
feel like I'm by myself sometimes around him.
Do you have any friends?
No, I don't.
Uh, Okay.
I like
What?
to be honest with you, I have one, but she's not here now. Like I cut everybody out in my life because I was so young and stupid, like everybody because I was so young and stupid, like everybody and now that I have a kid, I want to change some part of my life,
Okay. All right.
some part of my life.
Okay. All right. So let's let's do this then.
Hmm.
How long have you and your most current ex? How long were you guys together?
For 3 years and a half.
For 3.5 years. All right.
Hmm.
And you said that you feel like you're by yourself. What does your current ex do for a living?
Excuse me.
What does your most current ex do for a living?
Oh, he's a boss of a company.
So he owns a company.
Yeah.
Is
No,
it
yes, he owns a company, but he's a boss of a company. He's a general manager.
okay? Um, what are his hours like? His
Oh
work
my
hours?
gosh, it's so crazy because sometimes he works at night, sometimes during the day too. It depends what the people calls when they have problems and everything.
Okay, so
And
he's on call.
the funniest part, I worked before there too. I was
Okay,
working there.
so you know that his crazy hours come with the territory.
Yes.
Okay, arts are all of the bills.
Yes.
Okay, and you guys had a son. Was it an accident? Was it on purpose?
Yes.
Okay, and you guys had a son. Was it an accident? Was it on purpose?
Mm, we were thinking about it to have kids,
Okay,
but that moment was like an accident.
right, but it's
Because
not
I
like
really in that moment I really want to go out to travel and all really in that moment I really want to go out to travel and all this kind of stuff. And but
Say that one
he's
more
my
time.
blessing. Though that I was like we were thinking to go more out, like going to travel,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Understood. All right. And so he's not working a 9 to 5 job. Sometimes he's working 40 hours. Sometimes he's working 60 or 80.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when he comes home, he's not exactly wanting to converse and stuff.
Yes.
And so you feel like you're neglected and by yourself. And that causes you to. I'm asking. I know it doesn't sound like I'm asking, but I'm asking. Does that cause you to think that he's getting his affection elsewhere?
Exactly.
Okay. Have you ever expressed your feelings to him in a way where he doesn't feel attacked?
Oh my gosh. So, okay, so it was yesterday that we talked about it.
Hmm. Okay.
Yesterday, I cannot stop contacting him. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was like, I cannot stop talking, contacting him because because of yesterday, what I feel and everything. He understood everything,
Okay.
and I understand everything what he was saying. So that's the good thing. Little by little, we got like talking without arguments, without,
What
you
was your
know,
name? What was your name?
Gabriella.
Gabriella. Pretty name. Um,
Thank you.
my question was, have you expressed these feelings to him in a way where he
No,
didn't feel attacked?
no.
You, when it comes to communication, I'm going to give you a cheat code when it comes to male communication.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
We don't think about things the way that you do. When you're feeling isolated because you're at home by yourself and you have no friends
Hmm.
to talk to, and he's your only friend, and if he's not talking to you, you're not being affectionate, you guys aren't having sex, you think, okay, well, he's not having sex with me, he must be having sex with somebody. When in
Right.
reality, he might be thinking, I just want to go to bed because he's
Yes.
working long hours. Long, long hours. You are the mother of his child.
Yeah.
You guys were together for 3.5 years. Just because he's tired does not mean he's cheating on you. It, men don't think about things like that. I know that the popular trope is all men are dogs, and if he's not having sex with you, he's having sex with somebody. And when you're by yourself and you don't have a lot of friends who are in relationships, it's easy
Yeah.
to let the messages in social media kind of seep into your head, and then you just
Hmm.
start making up stories with no information to back it up. That will cause a
Yes.
man to leave you.
Oh my God, you're on point in that part. Yes.
Because especially if he's a busy man and he's a boss and he owns another business, he doesn't have time for drama. You're just adding problems onto his plate. Now, you're not
Oh
doing
my
it on
God,
purpose.
you got me so quiet in that part. Like, wow, how the heck you know? Like, I know that you're so intelligent, but like,
Thank you.
how the heck? Because sometimes females we think more than a guy,
Well, because
and we
women
are like more
communication is more emotional than male communication. Male communication is
right.
logical. We
Mm,
just think A to B. How do I get this job done? Start, change,
right.
stop. Job started, finished the job, quality complete, done. Next job. Then he's coming home. And his thoughts on the drive home might be, okay, I got to get up at this time and do this tomorrow. God, I'm hungry. I don't got time to eat. I'm just so tired. I want to go to bed so I can get up and do this tomorrow because I got a family to provide for now.
Right.
Versus a woman, it's, oh, he hasn't called me, and this time he's probably with somebody else. He hasn't said anything to me. Why isn't he saying anything to me? Doesn't he realize that I love him? Blah, blah, blah. You see the difference?
Yes, I see the
And so
difference.
then you
Yes.
go, why don't you pay attention to me? Because your thoughts have been going all on that. And he's like, huh? What are you talking about? I'm working 80 hours so that you can stay home and not have to work. And this is where we get the butting of heads. If you communicate and talk to your man and go, baby, I'm feeling like this because of this.
Hmm.
I'm here by myself. I don't know if you might have to talk to. You are my best friend, my person to talk to, and I feel like you're not talking to me.
Hmm.
And then you ask him, how can I make your day better? That's all he really
Yeah.
needs from you. You start removing the problems from his plate. So,
Hmm.
like when he gets home, what does he do?
He take a shower, and then you know what? Sometimes he cooks. Okay, I'm not gonna say that he's a bad guy because he's not a bad guy.
Okay.
He's a great father and everything. Okay,
Okay.
but he cooks sometimes, But at the same time, I feel like while we cook, or while he cooks, I feel like we don't have. I'm trying to communicate with him, but it's like every time that we communicate is like a I'm tired,
Right.
like
Because he's
something like that. And
working
I
crazy
understand that.
hours.
I
So he,
understand that, but at the same time, I feel like I need some loving too.
sure. This is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like, and again, I'm only getting your side of this here, so
Right.
take that for what it is.
Mhm.
If what you're telling me is true, it sounds
Mhm.
like if you were to just remove some of the things that he has to do when he gets home and just allow him to decompress from the long work hours, you'll
Mhm.
probably have a more attentive husband or
Okay.
boyfriend, sorry.
You're right.
You
You're
probably
right.
will. So instead of making him cook, have his food ready when he gets home.
Okay.
And that way, when he gets home, now he doesn't have to think about the next task. Because all day his mind is probably one task to the next. With people who are running departments,
Mhm.
because it's not just their task that they got to do. There's people bringing him problems. There's people calling him when he's off. And so his mind is always on the next task. If you allow him to just
Mm.
decompress,
Okay.
and when he gets home, the food is there. You give him a kiss. Hey, baby, how was your day? You all right? What can I do for you?
Okay.
And I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it'll immediately translate over, but
Not
you will have
exactly. Yes.
a partner or a significant other rather who
Right.
is a lot more sensitive to your needs because you're taking care of his.
You're right.
So try that with him because it doesn't
I
sound
will.
like, and again, I know I'm not getting the whole story, but it doesn't sound like this is a toxic relationship at all.
No, it's not. It's not. To be honest with you, it's not toxic at all.
It just sounds like
It,
there's a lack of understanding on
it's
both
just a
sides here.
lack. A lack. It's just like the same. It's like a blocking
Okay.
thing. Like
Um,
the same thing, but it's not toxic because we don't have like a big problems like that.
sure.
So
Okay.
it's the only thing that sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I feel like insecure. It's my insecurity
Sure.
sometimes because we don't have no communication and then I like, you know what? Let's take a moment and I will leave for a moment, because I want him to take his space and I want my space too. But at the same time, I miss him,
Yeah, yeah.
so
This is going to be the thing for you. And a lot of people mess this up when it comes to relationships. Once you
right.
get involved with somebody, the I need my own space thing should no longer happen. If you're
You're
if
right.
you're if you're in especially if there's children, especially if
Mhm.
there's children. If
Mhm.
you're in a place in your head where you're saying I need my own space on either side, you shouldn't be in a relationship because that's you wanting to be single.
No, 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 no. I don't want. I love to be taken.
I'm not
You know.
using this as an attack on you. I'm stating in general.
Yeah.
Because when you get into a relationship, in particular when there's children involved, you become a unit.
A unit. Yes, exactly.
The space is you guys' space. It's not just your space and her space or his space anymore. It's you all's space.
Mhm.
And so here's the thing that's going to make this easier to deal with for you.
Mhm.
A, when you are home by yourself, you need to make sure, particularly when you're dealing with a crying child and a husband I keep calling him your husband. I'm sorry, your boyfriend
Your
who's doing the
boyfriend.
next thing, next thing, next thing. Make
Mhm.
sure that you are not hungry or tired.
Okay.
Because if you're hungry and or tired, you're going to be a lot more snappy when it comes to your responses, and your imagination is just gonna it's gonna
You
go, and you
are
won't be able to
on
stop it.
point. Oh my god.
So
You
that's number
are
one.
on point.
Thank you. So that's number one. And then number two, if you can handle that for the baby and for him, not hungry, not tired, and if they're
Mhm.
hungry and tired, if your husband's coming home and he's hungry and tired every day, you eliminate that, and he showers, he comes in, you have his food ready, you give him a kiss, and you say, "Baby, when you're done, go to bed. I can see you're tired. Go to bed. It's all handled. Now he can just relax. The next day, you might see a completely different person.
Thank you so much, Jonathan.
You are
I will
welcome.
call you Jay. Thank you, Jay.
You can call me
Yeah.
Jonathan. It's all right.
Jonathan, Jonathan. I don't know, Jonathan.
You're saying it
Thank you
right.
so Thank
So
you, Jonathan.
you're welcome. You might want to sit down with him and not in an accusatory way, but just talk to him about
Right.
why your feelings, you're by yourself, you have nobody to talk to, and maybe you guys can go out. I don't know when his time off is. I'm sure he's got some time off. Maybe you
Yes.
guys can go out on couples dates and he can invite somebody from his work or something just to give
Mhm.
you some sort of community because you should we're not really meant to live this life by ourselves. You need
Right.
some community.
Exactly.
And so maybe you guys can develop that with each other as a family unit together.